Today we are going to build a simple calculator with the help of HTML, CSS and then JavaScript. A minimal JavaScript. We are going to build a simple calculator. Okay, let me share my screen. Then we will continue with the building a simple calculator. Okay, is my screen is visible? Okay, okay, over here now I am creating a simple file. The file name will be calculator.html. I'll be making a file name as calculator.html. Here I've created a simple calculator.html file. In this particular HTML file, we are going to build a simple calculator program. First of all, we have to start with HTML, which is doc type, then something. Then the title, we have to mention the title of the project, calculator. In the body section, as everybody know, in the calculator, we will be having a display field and then numbers from 1 to 0 to 9. And then we have some of the operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and all. And then finally we will be having a can clear all button and then a equals button. Is it right? In a calculator we can able to see an display and then numbers and then operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication and then clear symbol and then equal symbol. Is it right? Hello, kindly reply so that I can able to understand that the what I'm teaching is understandable to you. Okay, first of all, let us create the by default structure. Then we will be going to create the write the CSS and then JavaScript. First of all, as I said, we'll be having some of the elements. First of all, we will be having a display where you can able to type something and then we will be getting the output as well. So I will be making a input field, input type as text and then ID. Before that, I will be mentioning ID as well. This is display section, so I have mentioned ID as display. Then as I said, we'll be having some of the buttons. The buttons will be let me move a div. In this particular div, I'll be making some of the buttons. Button, having buttons. We'll be having so many buttons. Let me create those. In this particular buttons, I will be making some. I will be making in reverse order 7, 8, 9 over here, and then finally comes an operator as well in a particular row. I will be making division over here, then over here 4, 5, then 6, and then over here I'll be using a operator like star, and then this is another row. I'll be creating this thing, and then I'll be making over here we'll be having 3, no, 1, 2, then 3, and then we'll be using minus operator. Then again we have another row, we have extra operators like till now I have used division, star, multiplication and subtraction, we have addition and all, so that I have used again. We have left over with 0 and then C for clear, and then we have equals and then plus. Okay, we have completed with the buttons as well. Let us check how it looks. Okay, this is the code which we have done. This is the input field, and then these are all the numbers for calculator 789 slash 456 star 123 minus 0 c equals to plus. This is clear. Till now we have made this particular thing. In the particular calculator we have made that. This is clear. We have made a input field and then buttons. In a calculator we can able to see only buttons, so I have made these many buttons. Okay, then that's final, and then this is everything about buttons. For this I will be using class so that I can write styles to the buttons. Just I have used a class like buttons, and then I will be making all this in a container div. Then for this class I will be making calculator as the class so that I can make some styles to the div. Okay, we have done with HTML part. Now we have to write CSS and all. First of all let us write CSS, then we'll be going with JavaScript part. Does anybody have any doubts regarding the HTML part? We have made a simple display and then buttons. Is there any doubts regarding this one? These are all buttons, as you can able to see, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5. This is clear. Now let us apply some styles to the buttons and then calculator so that it looks like a calculator. Okay, over here I have using the style tag. In the style tag, as you can able to see, I have created calculator as a class. So I'll be using this class in order to apply styles. Before that we have body section, so let me write styles to the body section so the page looks more impressive format. For the body I'll be making height of the page to be 100 in vertical height. Then I'll be making display flex. Display flex is to make the all the elements to the center in the particular page, so I'll be using display as flex, display flex, and then making all the elements to be justify content center in order to make all the elements to be center. Let us check in the body section. You can able to see all the elements has been came to the center. Now I'll be making aligning all the items to center. This is horizontally. This is for horizontal. This one is for horizontal. This one is for vertical. Okay. Then I'll be applying some background color to the calculator. I'll be using some light color. Then I will be using font family. Font family as okay something. When I refresh, you can able to see this is the interface. All the elements has been aligned at the center, as you can able to see from top and bottom. It is at the center. From left and right, it is in the center. Is it right? We have completed with body section. Let us use different font. It looks font family as Arial. Now it's something good. Now let us write styles to the calculator. So I will be using over here I have used a class attribute, so we have to use periodical operator, then calculator, and then we have to apply styles. For the calculator I will be applying some width so that the calculator will be having some particular width. I will be using 260px as the calculator width, and then background color to be white, and then let us apply some padding to the calculator with 15px as the padding, so that it looks at the center. As you can able to see now, this is in the background as white. Then it has been, this is the width of the particular calculator, and then all the elements has been applied. This is the padding. As you can able to see, this is the padding from top, left, bottom and all. So I have applied some padding 15px, and then let us make border radius so it looks some curved. As you can able to see over here, it is sharp edges for the card. So let me apply some border radius so it looks some radius 5px, some curved format. Now it is some curved, and then let me apply some border. It looks some border as 1px solid, some black color. Let me apply some reddish sharp. As you can able to see, I have applied some background border color. Now we have done with the calculator. Now we have display. For the display, let us write some UI. For the display, as you can able to notice, we have used id attribute, so I will be using hash over here, hash display. For the display, let me write style. I'll be using width as 100%. As you can able to see, my calculator width is this much, but the display has been occupied somewhat, but the remaining part is empty. So I will be using width as 100%. So the width, the display will occupy everything. By placing 100% as the width, you can able to see the input field will occupy 100%. Now I'll be making some height to the display as 45px, and then font size, I will be increasing the font size in the display to 20px so it looks good. And then I will be aligning all the elements to right. In every calculator you can able to notice like all the elements will be at the right side, so I'll be making all the input elements to be right side. Then I will be applying some padding as 5px, and margin bottom as 10px so it doesn't merge. So here you can able to see the buttons and the input field has been merged. So I use the margin bottom, then I have applied some margin padding. Let us check. Now you can able to see this is the display. When we type something, this much format you can notice. Okay. Now we have to write styles to the buttons. For the display, let me apply some border as well. Border 1px solid, some grayish color. Now it looks something. Now we have buttons. For the buttons, let us apply some style. Buttons. As you can able to see, this is the class, so we have to use dot operator over here. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment section so that I can see and then rectify your doubts. In the buttons, I'll be applying some height to the buttons as 45px is enough. Think so. Then I'll be applying some font size to the buttons, 16px. Let us check how it looks. Okay, for the buttons I have to apply. Now let us apply some styles to the buttons as well. Button is a tag, so no need of dot. Buttons. For the buttons, let us apply styles later on. Okay, you can able to see this is for buttons. Button before that we have to align these particular buttons in a way like this. These four buttons should be in a single row, and then remaining buttons are should be in separate rows. For each row there should be only four buttons. So for the buttons we will be using display as grid, display the elements in grid format. And then we have to make grid template. For the grid we have to use how many should be available, how many should visible. So I will be using 1fr, 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 then 1fr. Now let us check. For a single row there should be visible only four buttons. As you can able to see, in a single row we can able to get only four. Now as you can able to see, all the buttons has been merged. So let us create some gap in between the buttons. For that we'll be creating gap as 5px is enough. Now I have applied some gap to the buttons. So let us check how the gaps look. Now it looks good, as you can able to notice. Now the buttons are looking good. Okay. Now also when I hover on the button it looks like a mouse pointer. Let me have a clickable pointer. So for the button I'll be making cursor as pointer. Then let me apply some color to the buttons. Background color as something. Okay, we have done with the particular calculator part. Now let us write script part. Now we have done with the HTML part and then CSS part. Now we need functionality. When I click on the 7 button, the 7 number should be visible in the display field. Is it right? When I click anything, the display should show this particular number, and then when I click equals, it should calculate all the given input, then show the result. Is it right? Then when the user clicks on this particular C button, it should remove everything from the display. Is it right? Is my screen is visible? Hello?
No, sir, not visible.
For others?
Your screen is not visible, sir.
One second. Check once now.
Now is visible, sir.
Okay. Till now we have created this particular layout for the calculator. Till now, anybody have any doubts regarding this particular part? We have done with HTML code and then we have applied some CSS to the calculator. Till now, anybody have any doubts? Kindly reply. Till now, anybody have any doubts regarding the HTML part and CSS part? Then we have to move with JavaScript part. Okay, let us continue the topic. Okay, now we'll be making, we'll be applying some script to the particular calculator as we done with all the CSS part and HTML part. So now let us write script in order to make the functionality of the particular calculator. So over here I'll be using script tag, and then whatever the value input in the text field, that should be appended into the display. So for that I'll be creating a simple variable. I'll be using var display equals to document dot get element by id. Get element by id. Then the id which I have used for the display is as display. So I'll be using this particular display over here. With this particular part I'll be getting the value, whatever the value has been in the input field, that will be stored in this particular display variable. Okay, now the value will be stored in this particular display variable. Now we have to get the button. So var buttons equals to whatever the value that has been clicked on the particular buttons, that value should be stored in this particular buttons. So document dot query selector, here we are using query selector. Document dot query selector all, will be getting all the buttons over here. Button. Okay, we have get all the, this particular line is for get the display input box from the, to get the display from the input box, whatever the value has been in the input field, that will be in this particular display field, and then all the buttons over here. Now we have to loop through each button. Here we have get all the buttons. Oh, here how many buttons are there? In the sense there are 12 buttons. All those buttons will be in this particular buttons. Now we will be making a simple loop over here. From the buttons, as we can able to see, we have 12 buttons, so we have to loop with 12 loops. So we will be using buttons dot for each loop. Here we are using for each of function, for each of function of button. It will loop until all the buttons. Now I have created a simple function in order to loop the entire buttons. Now over here I'll be making a simple button dot add event listener. Add event listener is nothing but when you click on this particular button, then only the event should trigger. Is it right? When I click on 9, the event, then only the event should trigger. So I'll be using add event listener. With this particular line you'll be getting click functionality. When we click comma function, when we click on this particular button, the value should be appended over here. So we will be using click functionality over here. When I click on this particular function, the functionality should append. So here we are using another function. Mm, just a second. I will be making this particular JavaScript more easy to understand you. Just a second. I will make this particular JavaScript even more simpler. I think you will be having some more difficulty in order to understand this particular JavaScript. So let me have a simple minute. I'll be explaining you simple code. Have a second. Okay. Is my voice is clear? Hello. Is my voice is clear? I think you will be getting more difficulty in understanding this particular part. Without this, we'll be making this more simpler to understand you. For the buttons, we'll be using on-click functionality. We'll be making more simpler. Just I will be adding one on-click functionality to the all the buttons. Just I will be using on-click equals to add value. Just I will be using a simple function add value of 7. This is a 7 value, so I have just used add value as 7. So I will be applying all this on-click functionality to all the buttons. Okay, just using on-click functionality to all the buttons. Just I will be making the values changes over here. This is 9 and then this is slash, and then for these buttons just I am applying on click event. This is 4, then this is 5, and then this is 6, and then this is star. Now is it clear? Just I am applying on click functionality. Then we will be writing this particular functionality. This is a function, add value is a function. Just I am using add value as a function. I will be making some changes to this particular thing. Just I am applying on click functionality. Just on click, then again on click, just again on click, just I will be making simple 1 2 3, then minus, then we have 0. You have to append 0 to the button, and then over here we have clear button. So over here I'll be using another function. This is on clear display. Here we are using another function which is clear display. Just a simple function without any values. Okay, then we have equals, then this is also another function on click equals to calculate. Calculate is another function, then plus is a normal on click event. Okay, this is clear. Just I have applied some functions to the button. Okay, we have used events. Here we can able to see clearly we have created 3 functions. The functions are nothing but function add value is a function, add value, and then another function is function clear display function, and then we have another function which is calculate function calculate. We have created these three functions. Is it right? Just I have created these three functions. I have used these three alone. Add value, then clear display, then calculate. Is it clear? Just I have used these three functions. Add value, then clear display, then calculate. Does anybody have any doubts regarding this particular functions? For every button, just I have applied on click functionality. Okay, with some function. Over to the add value function, we have some value in the function. Is it right? For the add value, we have some value in the function. For the clear display, no value. For the calculate, also no value. So for the add value, we will be sending some value. So just I have used value as a parameter. Okay. Does anybody have any doubts? Kindly reply so that I can continue. Hello. Is my voice is audible? Is this clear about these three functionalities? With single line, we'll be completing this particular calculator. Okay. Just have a look. We will be completing within 5 minutes. We have to write another 3 to 4 lines. By writing 3 to 4 lines of code, we will be completing all this particular calculator program. Okay, over here we have display as well. So I'll be creating a simple variable display. For the display, we have to get the value from the display. So I will be using document dot get element by id. Get element by id of display. Here I have user id like display. So I'll be using display over here. Now we have add functionality. For the add functionality, we'll be getting the value over here. So over here, I'll be using, we have to add value to the display. When the user clicks on this particular buttons, the value should be displayed in this particular display. Is it right? So I'll be making display dot value. Over in this particular value, we'll be getting value. So I will be using display dot value equals to display dot value plus value. What the value in the display, I will be appending the value to the display. Okay, this is a simple functionality. Let us check. I'll be refreshing the page. When I click something, it will append the value to the display. Just it is appending the values to the display. Whatever I click, it will append the values to the display. Okay, just it is appending the values to the display. Is this clear? Just by this particular single line, it is appending the values to the display. If the value is empty, it is making by default the value is 5. Let us consider the value is 5. Now the display value has 5. Over here 5. Then now 5 plus whatever the value we enter, that value will be appended over in the display. We have completed with add value function. Now we have clear display. When a user clicks on this particular C, it should clear the display. So over here in the clear display function, I will be making a simple functionality like display dot value. I'll be making the display value as empty. Enough. Just I am making the display value as empty. Let us check. When I make 9999 or anything, when I click C, it will automatically empty the display just by writing this particular single line. Display dot value equals to empty. Okay, we have completed with two functions. By writing a single line, we will be appending all the values to the display. By writing a simple line, it will remove everything from the display. Is this clear? Now finally we have calculate. When the user clicks on this particular equals, then only this particular calculate function will execute. Is it right? So in the calculate function, we will be making a simple line like in the display, whatever the values in the display, we will be using to calculate. So display dot value equals to, we have a built-in function like eval function. Eval function. With the help of eval function, we will be making display dot value. If you send anything in the eval function, it will automatically calculate and send the values. Okay, let us check. Now okay, I will be refreshing the page. 9 star 9. When I click equals, I will be getting 81 as the output. Okay, even though 0 divided by 1, 0. 1 divided by 0, infinity. Okay, everything will be getting by this particular eval function. Just by using eval function, it will automatically calculate everything, then showcase the output over here by using this display. Just appending the values over here. This value will be appended over here. Is this clear? We have completed with calculator. Just by using simple three functions, we have written the JavaScript code for the calculator. Does anybody have any doubts regarding this particular calculator? Hello, kindly reply. We have done with the project. A simple calculator. We have completed with the JavaScript part as well. By using simple three functions, we have completed the entire code. Just have a look. If you have any doubts, you can raise. This is the JavaScript part. Anybody have any doubts, or else we will wind up the session. Is this clear? Okay. As the previous classes has been uploaded in the YouTube, just go through if you missed the session. I have uploaded every video in the YouTube. And then if you have any doubts, you can write in the class or in the WhatsApp group. Okay, then we will wind up the session. Thank you.